Also, apologies in advance, this is not so technical of a talk, but this is my expertise. So I'm a producer. I'm not a purist on methodology, but I do like the initial line of the Agile Manifesto, individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So like anyone, if you put together a process flow detailing the moves you've made in life, you can find connections. Sorry, is it? Can you hear okay? Cool, thank you. Like anyone, if you put together a process flow detailing the moves that you made in life, you can find connections you didn't think existed or just weren't aware had significance. This is mine. You don't need to see each step and the details, though I'm happy to talk about it anytime. The point is, if you didn't before, you could try to do a retrospective of your life. I also don't worry if there's no slide, because I don't think you should see the details of this. It's very dorky. What I would like to demonstrate is that during this long journey, up until 2022, I was convinced that I would not be employable in games. It's too good to be true, right? A creative form of software development, discovering and iterating on mechanics, playtesting, and finding a connection with players. The industry itself being relatively new, currently quite turbulent, but there will always be people passionate about creating these engaging experiences. Sorry that I don't want to look at you, it's too intimidating. You can tell it's my first time. So I've separated this into two swim lanes: personal interests in pink, professional focus in blue, and where they intersect in the middle. Oh, thank you. I didn't want you to have to do that. Where they intersect in the middle is, yes, it's, oh no, this thing is nuts. Where they intersect in the middle, you'll see is purple. So pink, blue, and in the middle purple. If you know, you know. You'll notice there are also no gateways. Oh no, don't zoom in, no! This is why I want it to be physical. But you'll notice that, like traditional process flows, there are no gateways here. Like, this is not a traditional process flow. This is kind of more like a diary entry. This was like really engaged, like, but there are many other aspects of a traditional process flow that is just not here. That is because even early on, when I did things in tandem and had things that were like separations of events in my life where I could have chosen one path or another, I feel like in general, there was only set paths. And I knew very early on that I had to do specific things in specific ways. There was no option to be in games, only in tech. I also focus here on the parts of my life that led into me identifying the skills that I had to work where I do as needed. So I'm a freelance producer. I work with many indie teams and get to know all of them and how they need a producer to help them. So even the ones not related to production, which is funny that you mentioned the Tempopo, because I started also in doing art and cosplay, which even led to being in game development. It's weird that that happened. But I'll give you a couple of really weird examples. So I go from doing art online on DeviantArt and Tumblr, playing The Sims and posting that online, to teaching myself HTML and CSS so that I could make MySpace pages and Pixo pages, and if you remember Pixo, you're a real one. All of that led to cosplay, making zines, and eventually went into being a producer, but also it went into being a volunteer organizer at my local chapter of Brigda from Brisbane. So it's very cool to see how everything kind of came together and it all led there. Similarly, I expected to be an architect, so when I went from playing The Sims, I was just like, this thing is like, I want to be an architect. So The Sims was like, you're going to be an architect, I guess. But I actually hated it once I got there. And there are weird many journeys that took me through games, but didn't quite take me into games. And I always knew a lot of people within it, but didn't really expect to be one of them. It's very cool to be one now. And even weird experiences, like I took a really cheesy photo at PAX Oz in 2022, and that led me to one of my clients. But also, famously, if I can, so at one point, I also heard that that client, friend, lovely person, was making their entire game flow, they were like doing their entire backlog and production in a text file, and it was my absolute determination to delete it. It really, oof. But I think my favorite of all is that text file story and how that led to me meeting a whole bunch of different people and understanding their needs. I think experiences like this and detailing the things that you've done within tech and, well, the things that you've done within life can show you the different areas that have actually led to yourself now, and hopefully will further iterate and find your specialty in further. Sorry.
You're doing so good.
Sorry. But these are the many paths that I've been down in my life. They all led to game development. No matter how divergent it seems, it all benefits me and my career here and now. I'm sure you all have a story like this. If games is where you want to be, and it's your passion, there are probably a million things you have done in your life that have developed somehow skills and knowledge bases that will help where you are now and in the future. Don't assume your skill set and passion is not applicable or valuable or not valuable because you're not there yet, because I wish someone told me that a bit sooner. Sorry? Oh, thank you. I really rushed this through and I had to rewrite this talk before, so I didn't quite get to 5 minutes. So yeah, I beat all of you folks so far. Beat that.